I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I get a roll call, please? I hate this drawer. These are just referrals, right? I think I asked you. Did we hear from Graydon? No? Okay, we're going to move on to announcements of the chair. First, I would like to welcome Senator Wangard to our boardroom. Thank you for joining us tonight. Always fun to have you here. We will go ahead and start with citizen comments. Any citizens to speak? Citizen comments? Citizen comments? Citizen comments are now closed. Just a reminder that everyone should be making committee and subcommittee reports. If you sit on a subcommittee of the county board, you should be making those reports on a regular basis, just so that we know what is going on those. Also on your committee report, we should be getting committee reports on a regular basis also. On your desk is the flyer for the Christmas party for this year. It's going to be at the Kemper Center on December 20th. Please see Mary if you plan on attending and get your money turned in. Now I need to talk to everyone just briefly about last week. I'm just going to make a few comments about this, and then we're going to move on. And my comments are not debatable. I had gotten some emails and some phone calls and some text messages about the civility of supervisors on the board floor on Thursday night. I allowed it to go on because tension was high from the election. I will not let it go on anymore. I don't condone what was going on, but those that took to Facebook or emailed other people afterwards apologizing for other supervisors' remarks are just perpetuating the hate too. So please, let's think about what we're doing. Let's keep it civil and try to work together. We can't change what happened, and we shouldn't try to change what happened. We all need to work together, and this is a nonpartisan position. So with that, we will go ahead and move on and open it up to supervisor reports. Supervisor Boyd Frederick, you have the floor.
Thank you. This evening, as you can see, Senator Wangard was our speaker this evening, and we had a very good discussion with him on some of the issues facing Kenosha County. Now, when it comes to the next legislative session, the Counties Association has something called an ambassadors program where we work with our legislators. This evening, I assign different people on the committee to legislators to start working with them once the new session starts right after January 1st. Supervisor Aaron Decker will be working with Representative Peter Barca. Supervisor Poole will be working with Representative Todd Onstead. Supervisor Skalinsky will be working with Senator Wirch. Representative John Franco will be working with Samantha Kirkman. Senator Wangard will be working with Supervisor Andy Berg, and Supervisor Hellman will be working with Representative Tyler August. As the chair stated, we are a nonpartisan board, so we'll be working nonpartisanly once the session begins in January. Thank you.
I think that's an excellent idea. Thank you, Supervisor Frederick. Supervisor Hellman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to let all supervisors know that on your desk tonight before the start of this meeting, I placed a survey on your desk about the Microsoft Surface. I know how many of you absolutely love that device. This survey allows you to profess your love or lack thereof with it. For those of you that perhaps did not choose to participate in doing that, you'll notice on the back side it talks about a quote-unquote future device, whatever that may be. This is your opportunity to lay claim, lay stake to what that may look like, and I'll just close my remarks with this. We've done a number of things over the years here in terms of improving and upgrading, I would say, our technological infrastructure for us to do business and stay connected anywhere in the world. An example of that is the fact that the audio from any committee meeting is available online. So if you decide to take a weekend on the beach, as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can still find out what's going on. I just want to say that because the digital presence that we will have to have in order to govern in this century will only become amped up. In other words, if you choose not to participate in the ongoing technological revolution, the learning curve for you will only become that much bigger. So all of this is being done as a way to try to help get you into the game and make you feel safe and secure so you can move with the rest of society. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Hallman. Supervisor Blau, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I wanted to give an update on the Pringle Nature Center board meeting that we had in October last month. They have been changed to quarterly meetings, so I will not be giving, there will be semi-regular updates that I'll be giving going forward. From the chair, there's been some discussion about having more walk-run events being scheduled. Matt Collins from the county wants to maximize use of the county parks, and Pringle will share in the revenue for these events by providing staff and volunteers and board members to sell food and drinks, and we'll share in the revenue from that. Outreach, they are continuing their corporate package program. It's ready for distribution. They're looking for sponsors to help support the Pringle Nature Center as like corporate sponsors. So they're going to be having board members help take on that responsibility. And they're also doing a volunteer potluck and training for snowshoe rental this winter, and that's going to be on December 3rd. And as far as facilities, Matt Collins has agreed that the gutters of the facility need to be replaced, and the county is going to oversee the completion. And they're also had discussed the pond that's over there at the Pringle Nature Center. It's becoming silted in, and it's losing its value as a teaching tool, so they had discussed ways to fix it, dredging it, burning the cattails that are there, and then spraying in the growing season. And Barry Thomas, who is the board president, will oversee that. And also, the deck over the pond is also in disrepair, needs to be replaced, and they're talking about a long-range plan for management of the prairie areas, burning, mowing, further seeding, etc. And also, they discussed programs that they have there going on right now. They had the first meeting of the SPARK program, which is the program for early-stage Alzheimer's patients and their caregivers to spend time at the park. And there's also a therapy dog there, just to give them a time to be outside in nature. And also they have the Susan B. Anthony grant program that's aimed towards girls being interested, who are interested in the STEM programs or STEM careers. That's ongoing. And also, one more thing, the Kenosha County contract. Matt Collins wants to continue to list rental fees in the contract, and they are going to raise the fees for overnight rental to $300 from $150, and the board approved that. And then they also will rent the stage for $50 per season, unless they desire a sound system, which will, increase it a little bit. And nonprofits will be able to get a 50% discount with this rental as well. And then they had a fun run that was scheduled on November 5th, and they had a very good turnout, and they're hoping to do more of those kinds of events. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Blau. Supervisor Dodge, you have the floor.
Yes, I attended a Veterans Commission meeting last week, and there was a particular veteran in financial trouble. The commission looked at it with close examination and referred this particular veteran to financial planning rather than giving him money, as his needs were not temporary. I'd like to say that your tax dollars are used for a temporary hand-up for these veterans when they have a temporary problem, but not a continuing handout. Commission, they have a tough job. They do it very well. Ollie Nelson is doing a great job as our in charge over there. And now he's also meeting with veterans in western Kenosha County monthly. So I commend that commission, and it's sad to see one veteran have to be turned down, but there's some cases where they're just can't help themselves, and we can't be continuing to hand money out to those people, and these guys are doing a great job on screening those veterans.
Thank you, Supervisor Dodge. Supervisor Elverman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. After all the meetings we had and I reported on in October, I promise I'll be brief. The Facilities Committee did not schedule one for November because we had everything covered. And who would have thought that I'd be talking about road salt after the October and November that we had? But Mr. Sipsman has informed me that Kenosha County is in great shape. If you remember, 2 years ago, everyone was scrambling, and even last year. We are prepared, and looking at the upcoming 10-day forecast, actually, it's a little bit conflicted, but Sunday night on some of them have us seeing 16-degree temperatures and in the 20s. So we are, as a highway department, Gary has switched over to winter mode. They are prepared and ready, and again, we have all the equipment and the materials that we need. Golf courses have been operating, and for the fall, after the summer and the successful year that we've reported on, are still doing quite well, and they expect winter sales for memberships and things to expand here in the next few weeks for the Christmas buying season. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Elverman. Seeing no other lights, we'll move on. County Clerk.
County Executive Appointments, 22, Dennis Elverman to serve on the Kenosha County Library System Board.
Refer to Finance and Administration.
23, Lieutenant Thomas Gilly to serve on the Kenosha County Traffic Safety Commission.
Refer to Public Works.
24, Steve Bostrom to serve on the Southeastern Wisconsin Regional Planning Commission.
Refer to Planning, Development, Extension, Education Committee.
25, Nina Taylor to serve as the Director of the Kenosha County Division of Workforce Development.
Refer to Human Services.
26, Julia Robinson to serve on the Kenosha County Board of Health.
Refer to Human Services.
New business ordinance, first reading to required. 26, from the Planning, Development, Extension, Education Committee, an ordinance proposed amendment to the Kenosha County General Zoning and Shoreland Floodplain Zoning Ordinance, amending the floodplain overlay zoning district boundaries-based revisions to the flood profiles made effective October 26, 2016 by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, through a letter of map revision. Decker, yes. Poole, yes. Skalitsky, yes. Gilmore, yes. Bostrom, yes.
It's just a first reading.
Is it the first reading or second?
It's the first reading. Joe was going to what? Oh, that's it, right? Okay, then go on.
Communications from Andy M. Bueller regarding future items scheduled before the Planning, Development, Extension, Education Committee.
Receive and file.
Motion to adjourn.
And do I have a motion to adjourn? I have a first by Supervisor Gens and a second by Supervisor Skalitsky. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.